Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and here we are in Papua New Guinea, and we're going to do some real bush flying today, looking for these dinky little airstrips in the middle of nowhere. And I'd like to thank the viewers in my live stream earlier today who suggested that I get over to Papua New Guinea and give a couple of these flights a go. There's some pretty challenging landscapes to navigate your way through. So before we get into it, everybody, just a reminder to please go ahead and smash that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, how about consider subscribing? It costs nothing at all except just a little bit of self-respect. And with that said, here we are. I'm in a livery that's a long way from home. It's actually for a New Zealand company, Sounds Air, but I thought I like the look of it. Let's throw it on the Cessna Caravan and give it a go. We're here in AYXI in Papua New Guinea, and we're heading over to AYTI. And here goes the strip that we're going to be taking off from right here. And as you can see, it's it's a little bit challenging. I'm just hoping I'm going to have enough space here to be able to take off down the hill, by the way. Starting up here on the right-hand side, taxi down this hill. Hopefully I'll get enough speed up so I can get airborne. Now, the good news is we do have a bit of a drop-off over there. Well, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but I suppose it gives me an extra little bit of breathing space to get into the air. And then we'll make our way up through the valley there, and then we'll head our way down south towards our destination. So it should be a little bit of fun. So let's go and jump into the cockpit. I've got everything already all set up, ready to go. Whoops. We're looking at the roof. That's not going to help us. So we're set up in here. We're actually at quite a high altitude here at 5,560 feet. We've got no wind to speak of, so I'm not too sure whether it's going to help or hinder us today. I've got a notch of flaps on. Anyway, we are good to go, everybody. So let's just throw the parking brake off right here. And start to move through this long grass here. Alright, I'm all set, ready to go, and here goes the view right here, ladies and gentlemen. So wish me luck. Here we go. Parking brake is now off. Let's just hold the brake. We'll rev up the engine here. Let's give ourselves plenty of revs. Holding the brake, letting it go now. Let's get that cursor out of the road for you guys. Let's see what happens here. Airspeed is alive. I think we're going to be completely fine here, actually. That speed's coming up quite nicely. I'm in the red on the revs. Let's just pull that back a little bit. Okay, start to just pull back, and we are flying, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that wasn't as scary as what I thought it might be. But we are. Let's just whack off that notch of flaps right there. We just felt the nose just jump down a little bit. We're going to work our way up this valley, though. Beautiful, beautiful looking scenery here, everybody. Let's just look to nose up a little bit here. Trimming up, hand flying at the moment, just to get things set up. Okay, we're looking for a cruising altitude of about 8,500 feet at this point, which I will reassess just as we get up there and check out some of the landscape. But check this out right here, looking down through the valleys right there with a bit of low cloud hanging around, nothing too serious. But we're just sort of making our way in a southwesterly direction right now as we head down the main part of Papua New Guinea on the way to our destination airstrip, which I'm going to have to look out for because it's hidden in the bush. Looks like it's going to be quite a fun little challenging approach coming in there. So what I'll do, everybody, is once I get up to cruising altitude, I'll meet you back in the flight and we'll check out and see what's going on. Okay, everybody, welcome to cruising altitude. It's 12,000 feet, in fact. We had to really climb to get over the top of these mountains here. And as you can see, I actually need to throw on my anti-icing right here to the windshield just to melt some of that ice that's hanging around. But really is a beautiful view. Let's jump outside the aircraft right here and check this out. Really nice. Really got to have your wits about you, though. You can easily easily run into a mountain around here. They're quite steep and quite treacherous, so you really got to watch what you're doing. As you can see, I've accumulated a bit of ice on the airframe, so just got to make sure I keep watching out for that. Make sure I keep that under control. Got the windshield nice and clear right now, but check out these valleys and stuff right here, everybody. Really is beautiful up here, but at the same time pretty challenging to fly. So I'm only about just over 15 nautical miles away from our destination, and what I'm going to actually have to do is just sort of work my way down through the valleys. I'll probably have to go indirectly into this bush aerodrome because it's just surrounded by quite a large number of mountains, so I'm not going to be able to fly directly into there. So what we'll do is we'll cruise along, get closer to this new airport, and then I'll catch you once I'm starting to sort of work my way into the approach, and we'll see whether we can land this thing without destroying either the aircraft or myself. So I'll catch you all very, very soon. What I've actually decided to do, everybody, is just to overfly the airport and just get a feel for what it looks like, and that's it right below us, as you can see, right down here. That's the airstrip right there, running from sort of horizontally across the screen. So I'm actually going to turn up to this valley here and make my approach down over the top of that little river through this valley here. So yeah, it looks all clear. So I'll go and set up for that, and we'll catch you very soon. Okay, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and we're on final approach here. We're a little bit fast and a little bit steep, but I've sort of had to do that just to get myself in position to be able to land. I'm actually going to have to avoid some of these trees right here. I'm coming in really hot at the moment, but I'm just hoping that I can bleed off a bit of speed. Coming in way too hot. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can bleed some off on the flare. And okay, it was pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth. We managed to get quite a bit off right there. Whew! I tell you what, I was sweating a little bit there, I've got to admit. Wow. You had to make a very, very tight turn to get on approach here. And it didn't feel like I was set up very well at all, to be honest. But we got there, and we got there safely. Those of you that watch my live stream know that I just make my approaches up as I go. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it in here. I tell you what, this is so cool. I'd highly recommend. Let's jump outside this aircraft and check out this airstrip. I would, oh, look at that. That is unbelievable. Totally recommend flying around this part of the world. It's absolutely stunning. And as you can see there, if I kind of, hold on, let's see if I can speed this up a touch. Yeah, as you can see, I had to sort of make my way around that valley there and just work around that hill and then really dive in. And I kind of kept a bit of extra altitude just to make sure I could make it on there, but found ultimately that I was just a touch too high, so I had to nosedive a little bit, which added a bit of speed. But with local knowledge, obviously, you'd be able to approach it just a lot smoother than I did. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Papua New Guinea bush flying. A heap of fun. Great looking strips right here. Really rustic and rough. Great to test out your flying skills. So I hope you did enjoy the video. Make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time, everybody, take it easy.